Ever feel like you're living in a world like it's just a little bit like out of focus, like hazy?
Mm.
Today, we're diving into a story that takes that feeling and like takes it to a whole new level.
Oh, well.
With all the light we cannot see.
Okay.
We're going to be exploring excerpts from Anthony Doerr's masterpiece.
Right.
It's a story about finding connection in just the chaos of World War II.
Yeah.
Get ready to be swept away by this one.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because this book, this novel, doesn't just tell a story. It builds a world brick by painstaking rock.
And it's fascinating how Doerr uses these, just incredibly vivid details to reveal these profound truths about resilience.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about the enduring power of the human spirit, even when it's faced with just unimaginable darkness.
Right. And so let's set the stage.
Okay.
We've got two main characters, and their lives are worlds apart, yet they're destined to collide. First, we meet Marie-Laure, a blind French girl living in occupied Saint-Malo.
So imagine being young and experiencing the world through touch and sound and smell.
Right.
Especially as the world around you is literally and metaphorically plunged into darkness.
Wow.
That's Marie-Laure's reality.
And she finds refuge in this intricate model of the city that her father built for her.
Oh, wow.
The comforting aromas of Madame Manec's kitchen and the stories that her father reads aloud, Doerr, really makes you feel the texture of this world just through Marie-Laure's senses.
Absolutely. And that's a stark contrast to our other main character, Werner.
Okay.
He's this gifted German orphan. But his talent for radio repair becomes a double-edged sword as he's drawn into the Nazi regime.
Talk about a moral tightrope walk, right?
There you go.
He's selected for this elite military academy at Schulpforta.
Okay.
But you can just tell this kid is torn. He's grappling with the realities of Nazi ideology.
Right.
He sees the propaganda, the uniforms, the rallies.
Yeah.
Something doesn't sit right.
Exactly. And Doerr does not shy away from exploring those moral complexities at all.
No.
Werner excels in this environment. But there's this constant tension, this unease about the regime's true nature that he just can't shake.
Right.
Especially when you compare him to his sister, Judah.
Right. She's not directly in these excerpts.
Yeah.
But even her absence speaks volumes.
Totally.
She becomes this symbol of quiet resistance, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there were those who held on to their humanity, who dared to question.
And that's what makes this story so compelling.
Yes.
You have Marie-Laure seeking solace and connection in this world she creates through touch and sound, while Werner is caught in a system that both fascinates and repels him.
Wow.
It makes you wonder what happens when their paths inevitably cross.
And as the war casts its long shadow over Marie-Laure's world in Saint-Malo, it's not just the physical landscape that changes, right? It's everything.
Yeah, it's like the city transforms into this strategic stronghold.
Oh, wow.
Occupied by German forces.
Yeah.
With this constant threat of Allied bombings looming overhead.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the tension.
Oh, yeah.
The fear that grips the city's inhabitants.
Yeah.
It's like the whole city is holding its breath.
And amidst this, external chaos, I just keep thinking about, remember how important all those sensory details are to Marie-Laure?
Right.
And it's almost as if they become even more vital,
Absolutely.
more grounding, as everything around her is spinning into uncertainty.
Think about that model of Saint-Malo her father made for her.
Right.
It's not just a toy.
Right.
It's her lifeline.
Yeah.
She uses it to navigate not just the physical streets, but also just the labyrinth of her own fears and anxieties.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doerr takes these everyday things, the feel of cobblestones beneath her fingers,
Right.
the scent of bread baking in Madame Manec's kitchen, and he turns them into these, powerful symbols of normalcy in this world gone mad.
In a world gone mad. Exactly.
Meanwhile, Werner's journey takes him deeper into the heart of the Nazi machine at Schulpforta.
Right.
And this is where the true nature of the regime, really comes into focus for him.
It does.
The harsh realities of the academy, the brutal training, the relentless pressure to conform, it takes a toll.
Oh, yeah.
It chips away at his moral compass.
And there's that one scene with Werner's friend Frederick.
Oh, yeah.
That really gets under your skin.
Oh, it does. It does.
You see the commandant tormenting Frederick.
Right.
And it's just this chilling reminder of how this regime thrives on cruelty, how it seeks to crush even the smallest spark of dissent.
And what's so interesting is that even as Werner is grappling with the horrors that he's witnessing, he's still drawn to the allure of knowledge, to the technical brilliance of his instructors, like Dr. Hauptmann, who's obsessed with radio technology and its potential to control the world. It's almost like Werner's trying to reconcile these two, like, conflicting forces within himself.
It's like he's caught in this web of fascination and revulsion. He excels in his studies. But you can sense those doubts, those flickers of conscience, like simmering beneath the surface.
He's got to be so conflicted.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where Doerr masterfully starts to weave together these two seemingly disparate worlds.
I was going to say.
Marie-Laure and Werner's, hinting at a connection that transcends the battle lines.
Okay, so bring in the resistance.
Yes.
Right? Because Doerr introduces this element of clandestine activity, this underground network working to fight back against the occupation.
Absolutely. And Marie-Laure, with the guidance of her great uncle, gets swept up in this secret world, her own life becoming entangled with this fight for freedom.
And it's through Etienne's hidden radio transmissions that we start to see how ordinary people, people you might overlook in a crowd, become beacons of hope in the darkest of times.
It's about finding your own way to resist.
Yes.
To hold on to your humanity in the face of oppression.
And then, on the other side of this conflict, you have Werner. His skills honed to a razor's edge, being sent to St. Malo.
Oh, wow.
It's like Doerr is setting the stage for this inevitable collision, this meeting of two souls on a crash course with destiny. It's like we're standing on the edge of a precipice, you know? You've got Marie-Laure finding her purpose in the resistance, while Werner is headed straight into the lion's den of occupied St. Malo. And just as these two narratives are about to intersect, the stakes get even higher.
They do.
St. Malo, the city that's become a character in its own right, faces the full brunt of the war.
And it's here that Doerr's writing becomes truly heart-wrenching.
Oh, yeah.
You witness the relentless bombardment, the destruction, the just sheer terror that grips the city. You see the strength of the human spirit pushed to its absolute limit.
And in the middle of all this chaos, Marie-Laure and Etienne are forced to flee. Their escape is harrowing, a desperate scramble for survival. And yet, even in these moments of unimaginable fear, Doerr shows us the power of human connection.
He does.
They rely on each other, on the kindness of strangers, on these tiny acts of courage that become lifelines in a world gone mad.
It's a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, even when everything seems lost, there are still these glimmers of hope. It's about finding light in the most unexpected places.
And as Marie-Laure is clinging to survival, Werner's journey takes him deeper into disillusionment.
Oh, wow.
He's confronted with the brutal realities of war, the atrocities committed by his own side, the crumbling facade of Nazi ideology.
The loss of his friend Frederick back at Schulpfirte. That moment of senseless cruelty, it becomes a turning point for him. He can no longer ignore the truth about the regime that he serves.
Wow, and both Marie-Laure and Werner, each in their own way, are forced to make choices. Impossible choices that reveal the depths of their courage and resilience. They find themselves at this crossroads where the paths they choose will shape not only their destinies, but the lives of those around them.
It's true.
Talk about pressure.
And then there's the Sea of Flames.
Oh, yes.
This legendary diamond, shrouded in mystery and folklore. Doerr weaves this element of magical realism into the narrative.
He does.
And it becomes this powerful symbol of hope, fear, desire, the weight of history. It makes you wonder, is it just a legend or is it something more? Something that holds the power to actually shape destinies.
It's such a brilliant move by Doerr.
It is.
Because it adds this whole other layer to the story, right? Like you're left pondering the significance of the diamond just like the characters are.
And the ending of this novel, it's not a neat resolution. Not a tidy bow tied around the chaos of war.
No.
Instead, we catch these glimpses into the lives of Marie-Laure and Werner years later. They carry the scars of the past, both visible and invisible.
They do.
But they've also found ways to move forward, to rebuild their lives.
They have.
It's a reminder that the impact of war, the echoes of those experiences, can reverberate for generations.
It's true. And that final scene, the one where Marie-Laure encounters the sun of the German soldier who once occupied her home.
Oh, yeah.
It's this unexpected moment of connection, of shared humanity that transcends the boundaries of language, nationality, even time.
Wow.
It's like Doerr is saying that even after all the loss and pain, there's still hope for reconciliation, for understanding.
And the discovery of Werner's copy of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Right.
The book that he treasured, with that inscription to his sister.
Oh, it gets me every time.
It's like a whisper from the past.
Yeah.
A reminder that even amidst the brutality of war, there are moments of beauty, of love, of connection.
All the light we cannot see is more than just a war story, wouldn't you say?
It really is.
It's a story about the enduring power of the human spirit.
Yeah.
About finding light in the darkest of corners. About the ways in which our lives intersect, even in the most unexpected ways.
That's true.
It's a story that stays with you long after you've turned that last page.
It does.
And it leaves you pondering the enduring power of empathy, the importance of connection, and the weight of the choices that we make.